Hi, hello everyone. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome to a new week for our English class. I hope you have a great weekend. Okay, so this week I hope you are back, refreshed, and ready to start our lesson. Okay, so let's go. So this week we are going to learn more about our country, Malaysia. Okay, let's go. Alright, so today's lesson is more of a general knowledge and a bit like geography. Okay, so what we're going to do is we are going to take a trip around Malaysia. Okay, I'm going to introduce you to all the states in Malaysia and the interesting places you can find in Malaysia. Okay, now before we go, I'm going to show you the map of Malaysia. Okay, so this is Malaysia. You can see that Malaysia has other neighboring countries, which is Thailand, Indonesia, Vietnam, Philippines, and also the other side of Indonesia, the Borneo. Okay, so Malaysia has a peninsula Malaysia, okay, Semenanjung Malaysia, where we are right now, and also Sabah and Sarawak. Okay, there's also Brunei there, right? So I hope you are familiar with Malaysia's map. Because we are going to take a trip today, okay? We are going to take a trip in a few minutes only, okay? So let's go. Okay, I'm ready. Let's go. Alright, so we'll start in Perlis, which is the smallest state in Malaysia, okay? So Perlis, the capital of Perlis is Kangar, and these are the interesting places in Perlis, okay? So we have a cave, which there was there. We have paddy fields and also a beautiful mosque there. Alright, moving on to Kedah, okay? Now, the capital of Kedah is Alor, okay? And Kedah is very famous for the island of Langkawi. Okay, so you can see that island of Langkawi and also the paddy fields. Okay, let's move on. We are going to drive away all the way to Pulau Pinang. Okay, so the capital of Pulau Pinang is Georgetown. Pulau Pinang is divided into two, the island part and also the peninsula part. Okay, so the capital, Georgetown, is on the island. Okay, now these are the interesting places in Pulau Pinang. Okay, that's the Penang Bridge. If you need to go to Pulau Pinang, you have to go across the bridge first. And then if you are very interested in adventure sport, there's an adventure park there. Okay, let's move on to Perak. Okay, now the capital of Perak is Ipoh. Perak is a very interesting state to me because it has lots of interesting places. It has beaches, it has islands. Okay, so let's see what are the interesting places in Perak. Okay, so the first picture is the Leaning Tower of Teluk Intan. And then there's Kelly's Castle, and also there's a beautiful Pulau Pangku. Right? Let's move on to the next state, which is Selangor, where we are most of us are now here in Selangor. Okay. So the capital of Selangor is Shah Alam. Let's see the interesting places in Selangor. Alright. So the first picture is the Bukit Melawati. Okay, it has a beautiful historical place there. And also in Selangor, we also have a paddy field right there. And then we also have ICT Shah Alam. Okay, how many of you have been to ICT Shah Alam? It has beautiful lights there. Okay, let's move on to the next part, the short drive to Kuala Lumpur and Putrajaya. Okay, Kuala Lumpur and Putrajaya are federal territories. Okay, so that's Kuala Lumpur. Okay, the capital of our state, and also Putrajaya, where the administrative buildings are. Okay. Alright, now before we move on to the next city, you should know that Kuala Lumpur has lots of interesting places. Okay, I hope you've been to some of it. Okay, so let's move on to Negeri Sembilan. Okay, Negeri Sembilan is very near Kuala Lumpur, Penajam, and also Selangor, and the capital is Seremban. Okay, let's see. Oh, okay. The most famous part of Negeri Sembilan, I think, is Port Dickson. I think some of you have been to, or many of you have been to Port Dickson. And also, the one that looks like a palace is actually Istana Sri Menanti. Okay, it's an old palace, an old Malay palace. And also, there's a resort in the middle of the woods that you can visit. It's beautiful there. Okay, it's called Awan Mulan, I think. Alright, let's move on to the next state, which is a short drive to Malacca. Okay, Malacca is very famous. Okay, it's not just famous in Malaysia, it's famous all around the world. It's a go-to place if you come to Malaysia, and the capital of Malacca is actually Bandar Malacca. Okay, let's see. Now you see that Malacca is very famous for its historical places. Okay, the first one, the picture is the Red Square. Okay, that's where you can find all the buildings left from the colonies before, and also the Epamosa, and also you can now take a trip down the Malacca River to see the sights of Malacca. Okay, it's a very interesting place. I hope some of you have been to Malacca. Okay, next we are going to take a drive way to Johor. Okay, so Johor, the capital of Johor is Johor Bahru. Johor is in the border of Singapore. Okay, maybe some of you have been to Johor. Right now, so these are the interesting places in Johor. Now, maybe you've been to Legoland in Johor, and also the pictures with the farm is actually in Keluang, Johor. Okay, so it looks like you're somewhere in New Zealand, but you're actually just in Johor. It's beautiful there. And also there's an island in Johor that is famous for how beautiful the beach is. You can see from the picture. Alright, so let's go. After Johor, we will take a short, oh not so short, a long trip to Pahang. Okay, so that's where I came from. Alright, so Pahang, the capital of Pahang is Kuantan, and it has like so many beautiful places and interesting places, but these are among them. Okay, so I know Cameron Highland is famous for its tea valley, and also the next one is a very short drive from KL, which is Bukit Tinggi. Okay, it looks like a French town, but it's actually just in Bentong, Pahang. And also, if you are interested in wildlife, you can go see some rescued elephant in Kuala Gandah. Okay, so we can go visit the elephants there in Pahang. Okay, there's also beaches and islands in Pahang that you can go visit. Right, let's go. Next, we are going to Terengganu. Okay, so the capital of Terengganu is Kuala Terengganu. Terengganu is famous for its beautiful islands and beaches, and also the new drawbridge. Okay, it's breathtaking because it's a unique. We don't have that any other place in Malaysia, and also the State Museum. Okay, it's a grand place. Okay, it looks like a palace from old Malay times. Okay, maybe if you have and if you've been there, you will know how beautiful it is in Terengganu, and the food is also very good. Okay, let's go. After Terengganu, there's only one state left in Peninsular Malaysia, which is Kelantan. Okay, so the state of Kelantan, the capital of Kelantan is Kota Baru. Okay, Kelantan is famous for its traditional arts. Okay, the Wang Bulan, and also the famous market, and also this beautiful beach. Okay, it looks like somewhere in Nami, Korea, but it's actually in Kelantan. Okay, the beach in Kelantan. Alright, so after we've visited all the states in the peninsula, we are going to Sabah and Sarawak. Okay, so all about ready for takeoff. We are going to Sarawak. Okay. Now, Sarawak, the capital of Sarawak is Kuching. Sarawak is the the largest state in Malaysia. Okay, so what is Sarawak famous for? Okay, of course, Sarawak is famous for its cultural village in Kuching because you can learn about other culture in Sarawak. It is also famous for the caves where we can find drawings from thousands of years ago. And also right now Sarawak is very beautiful at night because it has colorful lights that shows up the Kuching town. Okay, the city of Kuching. Alright, so let's go to the next one, which is Labuan. Okay, so Labuan is actually an island, and it is a federal territory. It has lots of beautiful small islands around it, and it is also famous for its historical clock tower. Okay, next. Last place in Malaysia that we're going to visit is, of course, Sabah. Sabah is very famous these days, but Sabah has also beautiful places and interesting places that we can visit. Okay, the capital of Sabah is Kota Kinabalu, and of course, Sabah is famous for its beautiful islands. There are almost 200 islands in the state of Sabah, and also this one that looks like a somewhere in New Zealand is actually in Kundasang, Sabah. Okay, and also the beautiful view of the mountain is the famous Mount Kinabalu. Okay, so maybe some of you have been to Sabah before. I hope you had fun there. Alright, so this is the map of Malaysia. Okay, this is a map of Malaysia. I hope you pay attention to all the states and where they are because this is your exercise for today. Okay, let's see where we've been today. Okay, we've been from Perlis to Kedah to Pulau Pinang, Perak, Selangor, Kuala Lumpur, Putrajaya, Negeri Sembilan, Melaka, Johor. And then we go went to Pahang and then Terengganu, and lastly we went to Kelantan. Then we took a short flight all the way to Sarawak, and then we went to Labuan, and then lastly we went to Sabah. Phew, that's a long way to go for one day, right? So I hope you had fun today, and I hope you can remember all the names of the states. And I'm so tired from all the driving and all the flying we did today. Okay, so I'm gonna rest on the couch right now, and I hope you guys had fun walking around visiting places around Malaysia, and so that you know that Malaysia has more interesting places than you know. Okay, you don't have to go overseas to see interesting places. All of it we have in Malaysia. Okay, so after this, just go to your Google Classroom and finish up your exercise. Okay. That's all, everyone. See you guys next time.